What's going on, you guys? So, Chris Eubank Jr. is down there in Pensacola, Florida, training with Roy Jones Jr. He's locked down / quarantined with Roy Jones Jr. That's interesting. You know, Chris Eubank Jr. is a guy who, kind of bounces around from trainers. At one point in time, he was training himself. Very, a lot of potential still, even at his age. Your brain don't stop working at 30. Very athletic, a lot of hand speed. But it's just certain things missing with Chris Eubank Jr. Maybe Roy Jones Jr. was the thing that was missing. Got his social media in the description. But he says here, my lockdown / quarantine is being spent at Roy Jones Jr.'s private farm and gym in Pensacola, Florida. I'm using this time to work on my craft and add new dimensions to my game. See, that's what I like to hear. You know what I'm saying? He's going to use this time to actually add something new to his game. Level up. This is the time where fighters like Tank and Broner and Spence and Bud, everybody, this is y'all time now to be really improving, leveling up. So when you come back, you can add some new dimensions to your game. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these boxers only fight once or twice a year anyway. They just kind of I don't know what it is. But now, since they don't know when they're going to be fighting again, this is the opportunity to really level up. You watch MMA. If you're a guy who follows MMA, if you notice, a lot of MMA guys, they level up. A guy who may have been a guy that's been on a losing streak 2 or 3 years ago, come back now, been on a 5, 6, 7 fight winning streak out of nowhere because they leveled up. You know what I'm saying? This is the time for these boxers to level up. And I think Roy Jones Jr. will be a good asset, good coach for Chris Eubank Jr. For one, who don't respect Roy Jones Jr. for one. For two, Chris Eubank Jr. is a very raw, athletic guy. So he could use a lot of Roy Jones tactics and techniques for himself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like he grew up. He grew up, of course, his dad was a boxer, world-class boxer, Chris Sr., but, he didn't grow up boxing. You know what I'm saying? He started pretty late, and he did pretty good for himself to even make it this far. You know what I'm saying? He got good work ethic, and I think Roy Jones is a good coach for Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr., last we heard, he's supposed to be facing Jamal Charlo. It's just something that we've been hearing behind the scenes. We don't even know now because of the whole coronavirus situation. So we don't even know what's going to happen as far as boxing. Everything got set back. Everything's it's going to be a mess. If you really think about it, real quick, I don't want to get too far off topic, but if you really think about it, people that had appointments and schedules and, everything is going to be all messed up from this coronavirus situation. I don't think people really realize how, I don't think the virus itself is as big as the impact it's going to have on the economy and the way the world just pretty much stopped just because of this virus that's going around. It's crazy. But yeah, man, he said there may never again in our lifetimes be this much time without distractions to work on, think about, read, write, draw, plan, paint, study, invent, cook, or practice anything or everything that you always have wanted to but never had the time. Stay safe and let's pray everything gets back to normal as quickly as possible. Well said, Chris Eubank Jr. Well said. Seems like a lot of guys in the UK don't really like Chris Eubank Jr. for whatever reason, but I always like the Eubanks. So I'm a fan of the Eubanks. I always will be a fan of the Eubanks. And this is cool to see and it's cool to hear from Chris Eubank Jr., man. You spending your time working on your game, getting better, not sitting around just tricking off on holes and, doing all that other bullshit these fighters like to do nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You work on your game, because if you are fighting a Jamal Charlo, that is a tough fight. And based off of how you looked your last fight against Korobov, and I'm a fan, so don't get it twisted, but I like to be objective. You didn't look too good. It looked to me like Korobov is going to be landing that left hand all night unless you made some type of adjustment. But tell me what you guys think. Chris Eubank Jr. is training with Roy Jones Jr. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.